Hey, do you have breathing questions with swimming? It's very, very common. It's an important part of our swimming. It's an important part of life, how to breathe. Here's one question that I get very frequently that I thought I'd answer for you is how much air should I take? How big of a breath? Here's some things you want to consider about how much air you should take. If you're a very beginner, new, afraid, introductory to swimming, it's very common and very typical for people to take huge breaths of air. And this is fine. The reason why people tend to do this is because it feels very good to take a lot of air. It feels like it's like a safety blanket because we know when we go under the water, we can't breathe. So we're like, okay, give me all the air so I know I'm safe. Your job as a beginner swimmer or an advanced swimmer, any level swimmer, is to know that you have air, that your air feels secure. So if it feels secure to you, if it helps you be calm and to be present, go ahead and take a ginormous breath, however much you want to take. Let yourself use that air, enjoy that air, let that air fall out of you when it gets used up. Go ahead and take as much as you want. Over time with doing this, when you layer upon more and more layers of security and curiosity and develop, what I see happen for folks is they start to take less huge breaths. Because the truth is, when you take a huge breath, we don't breathe like that normally. If you were to walk around, take a huge breath and hold it, and then let it go, and then take a huge breath and hold it, you get tired. It's more work than your body really needs to be doing. So as you develop your skills and your confidence, what we find is that you don't take as big of breaths, and that's fine. That's good because it becomes uncomfortable to take that big a breath. So a good place to say, the answer to the question of how much air should I take is you should take a comfortable amount. Very beginner, new person, a comfortable amount is probably going to be a huge breath. To somebody who has more experience, knows multiple ways of getting air, understands how their buoyancy works and different principles, and they have different comfort level in the water, they're going to be taking smaller amounts of air. And it's going to mimic more the kind of breathing that we do in day-to-day life. Sometimes I do take a big breath. Like, I know I'm going to dive down for something and I'm going to be under for a longer period of time. I'm trying to get down there to go see that fish that's under that rock when I'm snorkeling like I did in the Philippines with beautiful, beautiful swimming. I might take a big breath for that and go down. It also means I have to overcome a lot more buoyancy with that big breath. So there's times and purposes, or maybe I'm going to be doing a somersault and I need extra air to protect my nose. So I might take more air for that. But on my regular in and out swimming, I'm probably not going to take huge breaths. I'm going to take a regular breath like I'm doing while I'm talking to you. But the key here is it needs to feel good for you at whatever your level is. Your swimming needs to meet you where you're at. Remember, learning to swim is 80% mental to 20% physical. We need to be able to calm our brain, to calm our body. If you want help with that, let me know and we'll get you going. Aloha.